Good evening, everyone. Just to let you know, all of you, that Isidro is going to be late 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Simari.
Ok, perfecto, ya.
Pregúntale si te oyen bien.
Saludos, ¿me escuchan?
Sí, perfecto.
Ok.
Si tú quieres lo sigues, si quieres lo pagas.
Bienvenido.
Bienvenidos. Iván Olivero, ¿con quien tengo el placer?
Me llamo Simari Hernández, soy miembro del comité de aquí de elección.
Ok, yo soy el del Bar City, que tengo el meeting ahora.
Placer. Vamos a hacer un momentico.
Hello. Angel, just to let you know that Isidro is going to be late 10 to 15 minutes. If you want to start the meeting, you go ahead. He will be late.
I didn't know that he was going to be running that late. Okay. Give me just 1 second so I can get myself situated.
Not a problem.
That should be okay. Okay. One, two.
Good night, everyone. This is Cindy. Hello.
Hi, Cindy. We're, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 5 members to be able to call a quorum. We currently have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in any case, we're gonna have to wait until we at least have 1 additional member join us before we can get started. I'm going to see if I can text some of our colleagues here and get to them before we can start.
I'm using my accountant's portal to log in. My name is Angel Santos. Cairo Enterprises.
That's not a problem. That's okay.
That's not a problem? Okay.
No. 1, 2. There's Isidro. We were gonna start. Oh, well. Isidro, with you, I think we have quorum now. We need 5 for quorum, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So with you on, we're at quorum now.
All right, great. So let's start the meeting right away because I know that Angel, you might have to leave later on, and I want to preserve our quorum. Having said that, we're going to start this meeting at 6:35. with quorum on this licensing committee meeting for the month of April. My name is Isidro Medina. I am the chair of this licensing committee. And at this point, let's go through the formal procedure of introducing our committee members. And you please take on that so that while I organize myself here with a little paperwork, please.
Sure, not a problem. My name is Angel Vasquez. I serve as the vice chair of our licensing committee, and I have been a member of the committee since joining the community board in May 2020. So coming up to my second year now. I live in the southern part of the district, so down in the 160s, southern part of it, not the district, sorry, the community board. And yeah, longtime resident of Washington Heights. I will send it over to Simari.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Simari Hernandez. I'm one of the newer members here on the licensing committee, and I work in the area. I did grow up there, but I currently just work, not reside in the area with the DOE. So I'm here to support and gain some insight into licensing. So welcome, everyone. I will pass it to Cindy.
There you go.
Good evening, everyone. Cindy Matos, board member. I work in the community and happy to be here with you all tonight.
Great. Then we have Robin.
Robin here, being a member since 2015. Welcome all you guys.
So with that, Chair, I think everyone has introduced themselves.
Very well. I would like to have this opportunity now to introduce both precincts, starting with the 33rd. 33rd, you have the floor.
Hey, good afternoon, or good evening, by the way. This is Detective Valerio from the 33rd, representing the 33. You have to go over our 311 calls?
No, we would consider one application at a time, and then you tell us more or less what you know about specific locations, and then we'll ask questions once we address particular application.
No problem.
So your name is
Detective Valerio.
Valerio. Very well, welcome. Do we have a representative here from the 34th precinct?
Hi, good evening. Officer Navarrete, representing 34th. Lieutenant Tavares is not able to make it to this meeting, so I will be taking his place for tonight.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Do we have any community board members? I see none. I would like now to give the opportunity for the staff personnel to introduce themselves, starting with Ebenezer.
Hi, good evening, Ebenezer Smith, District Manager, Community Board 12. Isidro, before anything, I would like to apologize. Tonight, we will not have translation services. I totally forgot to make the arrangement, and when I realized this afternoon was too late to get one here. So hopefully that doesn't create too much inconvenience for your meeting tonight.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. We'll make an announcement. Chanel, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chanel Peniagua, the Community Associate at Community Board 12. Yeah, have a good meeting.
Thank you so much, Chanel, for your support, as always. For the committee members, please let me know who will be willing to write up the minutes for this particular meeting. We only have, in essence, 8 agenda items. Any volunteers?
Somebody has a hand up.
I'll do it. Yeah, I got you.
Simari, thank you so much. I don't know what we will do without you.
Teamwork.
I'll take care of the resolutions as well.
Yeah.
Having said that, for those that are new, please understand that we will take each applicant at a time. We will address the concerns, ask questions, and we will allow for the public to make any comments. And obviously the representatives and owners will have an opportunity to tell us what they're bringing to the community, at which point the NYPD will also give us an understanding as to what's going on in particular areas and or particular spots or restaurants. Having said that, we're going to provide the general board an opinion as to whether or not the general board should accept or object to any particular applicant, and then that will be sent out to SLA. So again, our decision here within the community is temporary. The final decision will be made by the general board. And after that, the SLA will take care of the process. Are there any questions on how we're going to proceed? Seeing none, Angel, let's proceed with calling the applicants.
Sure. So the first applicant we have is seeking the renewal of their license for an on-premise liquor license. We're looking for Seaman Cassandra Corp., located at 4028 10th Avenue between West 214th Street and West 215th Street. Do we have a representative here for Seaman Cassandra Corp.?
Sí, mi nombre es Carlos García, representando a Seaman Cassandra.
Carlos García, ¿y usted es el representante, dice?
Sí, sí.
¿Usted prefiere hablar en inglés o en español?
Prefiero hablar en español, por favor.
So, Angie, perhaps you want to do a translation?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I can do the translation.
Okay.
¿Me repite su nombre, por favor?
Carlos García.
So we have Carlos Garcia here as the representative for Seaman Cassandra Corp., and he would rather do his presentation for his application in Spanish.
Bien, Carlos, entonces tenemos la aplicación de Cassandra. Usted envió los documentos necesarios para la Junta y por lo que veo es una aplicación que está completa. La última vez que usted vino ante la Junta Comunal no hubieron objeciones. Le felicito en eso y también he notado que puso lo que le llamo el public notice. Es muy importante que es donde la comunidad sabe dónde se va a ver una licencia, renovación. So, yo le felicito y ahora la oportunidad, Ángel, para que traduzca.
Gracias.
So I'll keep it short and brief. The applicant submitted his application on time. It looks like everything was submitted complete, including the public notice that was supposed to be put outside of the establishment. That was more of a summary than a direct translation. Did I miss anything there, Isidro?
No, he complied with all the requirements that's required by the community board. The last time that came on board, there was no objection by this committee, and we'll now proceed to see if the precinct, which is the 34th precinct, will have any question on this applicant.
34th precinct doesn't have any questions in regards. There hasn't been any significant 301s coming from this location. We don't have anything else.
Thank you so much.
El precinto dice que no tiene nada malo que no tiene ninguna llamada del 311, no tiene pregunta y no tiene nada negativo de reportar sobre su establecimiento.
Okay.
So at this point, if there are no objections from the committee members, I'd like to take this matter into straight vote. Vamos a votar ahora, señora García, y ya sabrá el resultado pronto.
Okay.
So we are in voting procedures, committee members. Any objections from this application?
No objections.
Isidro, how do you?
I
was going to go down to the roll call.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
And Simari?
Yes.
And Chair, just for the purposes of the minutes, there were no community members that rose their hand during this applicant's presentation to
Thank
share.
you so much.
community comments.
So this application passes. Señor García, felicidades. La aplicación ha sido aprobada por ese comité. Lo felicitamos. La decisión final la tiene la Junta Comunal en su Junta Directiva, en su Junta General, y ellos tomarán la decisión final a finales de mes. Bien.
Gracias.
We will be recommending to the general board that this applicant's application be approved. But again, simply that is the recommendation of the committee. The final vote is made by the general board.
Now let's proceed to the next one, if you're so kind.
The next applicant is Burgos Restaurant Corp., looking for the renewal of their on-premise liquor license located at 206 Dyckman Street between Vermilion and Broadway.
Good evening, everybody. Miguel Acosta here, representing Jose Burgos and his restaurant, Burgos Restaurant Court.
Thank you so much, Miguel, and welcome back. This is a renewal application, and based on what the requirements from the community board, this applicant did submit pictures of the public notice, complete questionnaire. The last time that the health inspection went by, congratulations to Burgos. They were given an A, so that's really good. And the last time that they came to this community board, which was June 25th, 2019, there was no objection by this board. So at this point, would the president have any questions, Officer Navarrete?
No, we just have numerous 301s coming from this location. However, we are aware that the owner has been in contact with the 301 caller and attempted mediation on several occasions in which the 301 caller rejected that. Owner has also soundproofed the ceiling, and patrol, the special operations lieutenant and the neighborhood coordination officers have visited the location and are continuing to monitor, but have not observed noise or what the claims are from the 301, which is excessive noise coming from that location.
So you indicated that the merchant has outreached to the residents who are complaining, and they have also installed a soundproof system.
Yes, that's correct.
Very well. Well, thank you so much, Officer Navarrete. And I will now ask to see if there are any questions. I'd like to proceed a bit fast because I don't want to lose quorum. And on that note, if there are no objections from committee members, I would like to go to straight vote. Saying none, let's go to proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
And Simari?
Yes, and I saw Marielle is here. I'm not sure.
Yes, I just joined. Yes.
All
thank
right.
you.
Were you here for this applicant, Marielle, and would you like to vote, or should we wait till the next one for you to join us?
Yes, I was able to hear. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
And your vote is yes?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Okay, so that's 6 votes in favor, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angel. And
I got the next one as well.
Thank you. Maria, if you're so kind, please introduce yourself as we did introduction previously.
Sure. Hi, good evening, everyone. Community Board 12 member since May 2020, 2 years now. I've been on the licensing committee since then. Currently reside around 190th. Thank you.
Welcome, Maria. On that note, let's proceed to the next one, Angel, please.
Yeah. So next up is also seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license. This is Carroll Enterprises Inc. doing business as Lola Lola, located at 1306 St. Nicholas Avenue between West 176 and West 176 Streets. Miguel, I think you said you were going to be the
That's Miguel Acosta, once again, representing Mr. Angel Santos as the owner. Carroll Enterprises doing business Lola Lola.
Miguel, is the owner in the meeting, if you know?
I believe so. Angel, are you available?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much. This is with the purview of 33rd precinct. But before I proceed, I would like to state that the applicant did submit all the required documentations, which includes posting of the public sign, complete questionnaire. I will have some questions later on about this applicant, and but I would like to have the president please tell us if there are any issues with this application. Officer Valerio, you have the floor, please.
Again, good evening again. Yeah, so far, Lola Lola, we received 7301 calls. Year up to date, only for loud music. That's all we have.
I'm sorry, was it 70 or 73? I'm sorry.
Seven.
Oh, okay.
7311 called for loud music. You're up to date.
Very well. So
Can I ask for the dates of those calls?
I'm sorry?
The dates for those 311 calls.
I don't have it with me, but I can provide it later on in a few. I'll get it. But I don't have that, the dates of that, on those 311 calls yet.
Okay, it's kind of weird, that's why. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Officer Valerio. At this point, I do have questions about this applicant. On the questionnaire, you submitted that you were open from all the way up to 4 a.m. Every single day. However, on the last resolution that this board approved, it was indicated that you will be open Sunday through Thursdays from 4 p.m.
to 3.
and Saturdays, Friday through Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. There are discrepancies here with the hours that you're supposed to be open. What is that? What do you have on your method of operation and on your certificate, meaning your license? What do you have there?
No, that's exactly what I have. I guess it was a mistake.
Yeah,
It's not, my hours on Monday through Thursday from 4 to 3, Friday, Saturday from 4 to 4, and Sunday from 4 to 2, believe it is.
Right.
you said 4 to 3, Monday through Thursday,
Yeah. Friday,
Fridays and
Saturday
Saturdays
to
from 4 to 4,
and yeah, that was
and then Sunday
4 to 2.
4 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was my mistake.
Those are
Isidro.
my hours. That was it. Yeah. Those
Yeah,
are
that
my
was my
hours.
mistake.
It is on the certificate. Those hours that you are closing at 3 a.m. is in the license, and I just had a question about that. At the same time, I also hear that there have been numerous complaints that have been made about this establishment, about loud music, and you also have a SLA fine. Can you please elaborate on that?
I haven't received fines from SLA.
Yes, you have. You stated here on the questionnaire that there is a fine of $3,250.
I'm not aware of that.
No, I'm looking at the questionnaire, Isidro. I don't know. I see here there is no fine.
I do have the questionnaire for Lola, and that's how I noticed that there have been discrepancies with the closing hours. So this is what we received from.
Let me see, because I'm looking at the same questionnaire in front of me here.
On the next to last page, on the last page, there is a fine.
Oh no, this I know what it is. This licensee, basically, this is a history of it. So basically, Mr. Santos has not received any violation, but the previous licensee, who he purchased the corporation from, had a violation prior to him purchasing the business, the stocks.
When was this establishment purchased? The date?
This establishment was purchased, I believe,
2017.
Yeah, 2017. So that violation was prior to 2017.
Yeah. I haven't received no ticket from SLA or.
Yeah, that's correct.
I've been in that location at all.
So you have the license is under your name, correct?
Yes, yeah. Everything is under his name and his sister's name, who's his partner at the premise.
And on this establishment, you have not received any SLA fines. That's what you're saying?
No.
Correct. Not under his ownership, but it's the same corporation, so that's why I had to list it there.
Okay, I see the officer Valerio has his hand up. You have the floor, sir.
Yes, he asks about how many the dates of the 311. So I actually run the location right now that I have all the dates and time. If you want to give it to you, I can give it to you now.
Please.
Right. The date was March 11 at 2:17 a.m. March 17 at 2:22 a.m. March 23 at 1:49 a.m. March 30th at 11:22 p.m. April 5th at 00:30, which was midnight 30 a.m. April 6th at 11:05 p.m. and April 9 at 10:56 p.m. Those are the seven 311 calls that I have on that location.
And 2022 or
They're all 2022.
all recent? That this is all
Year,
within the last-
year up to date, yes.
What was the office again? That this is all 2022, right?
2022,
within that, basically within the last 5 weeks.
within the last 5 weeks. Since
Robin.
March 11 to April 9th.
Robin, you have the floor.
Well, I live in the neighborhood. I live close by Lola Lola, and I pass by many times. And I see a speaker in front of the door, the main entrance. And I see that a lot of music, the loud music in there. And on top of the Lola Lola, the premises, is people who live in there. And that's why they're calling 3911. And even though I recorded once, I have a recorder on my cell phone, seeing the speaker in front of your establishment.
They have a
So-
speaker outside. That's completely
Outside, yes, which is not supposed to be speaker outside on, in front of the door. That's my comments. I don't know why it was there and why you had the music outside.
And I recall passing by this establishment. This establishment was closed for some time. And Miguel, there was a renovation inside the premise. Is that
Yeah, it was a
correct?
minor renovation, correct.
Aren't you guys supposed to let CB12 know?
Well, now when there's nothing moving, so basically if there's a minor renovation where it's cosmetic painting and let's say changing floors, there's no permit required. So unless you're replacing something or moving something, but there was nothing moved.
That place was closed for a long while. And
How long, Angel? I think it was a couple of months.
No, okay. Can I speak about the speaker situation?
let me
Because
answer about the fact how long you were.
we was closed for 3 months.
You were closed for 3 months because I
Yes.
know because I passed by consistently.
Yes.
And
Well, 2 months and a half, almost 3.
before you guys closed, I passed by also, and again, even at late afternoon, it was excessive noise when I passed by. But please address these concerns as you can. So.
Okay, so the speaker, we do not have a speaker outside. I don't know where the speaker was at. Maybe this was when the inside dining was closed. We had a small speaker outside for outside dining. That was the only way. But once the restaurant opened 100%, we haven't been using the outside dining. So we do not have a speaker during the day outside.
But are you supposed to have the speaker in front of the premises, even though it's for the diner?
I mean, for outside dining, we never got a complaint. SLA used to pass by. They used to stay there for 2-3 hours, watch the way we work, and I never even received a summons with them.
It's illegal to have outside speaker in the dining room, on the outside dining.
Okay, well, that video that I don't remember. I don't have no speakers outside of the premises at all. And my neighbor from upstairs, we have really good connections. I speak to her on a daily basis. So I don't think she will be the one or even calling for 3. That's why I was concerned what dates were the 311, because I've never received a complaint.
The 311 calls have been a lot for a short period of time. And I know that I was going to get some problems from this establishment because the complaints have been many by the residents that live in that community. There's a church nearby, Place of Faith, that they also have raised up some concerns about this establishment. And I was just waiting for this opportunity to see how this can be rectified. But at this point, I'd like to recognize Mariel. Mariel, you have the floor.
Thank you, Isidro. Yes, a little concerning what Robin shared regarding the speaker. So I do hope that, that can be addressed, and, as you now know that, kind of speakers are not allowed outside. We hope that's not a problem in the future. I guess 2 questions. The first question is, what, from your perspective, has caused the 7 or so 311 calls within the last 5 weeks? I think that's quite excessive. And, recognizing the weather's getting warmer, everyone wants to get outside, rightfully so. Being mindful of that. So, is it that, you have, a live DJ, or is it just recorded music? And then a separate question is, regarding if you could talk to any sustainability practices that you have at your restaurant or your establishment. Thank you.
Okay, so I have live DJs, but my live DJs do not come in after 12:30. I have an iPad playing the whole day from 4 to like 12. And it's usually we're restaurants during the entire day. So I find it weird that we're getting complaints when the music is low during the entire day. Might be a little high during the nighttime, but I've never received a complaint from anybody coming in the premises. The only person that before, when I first got the location, that she used to tell me was a little loud was the neighbor from upstairs. Me and I have a real good relationship. I speak to her always, and she's never given me a complaint about it. And is, find it weird, but I will take measurements in it. I will see what's going on, but like I said, it's a little weird.
The complaints have been based also late at night, and that's something that the neighbors should have a right to have a good night's sleep, because I'm sure most of them will have to work the next day. And to have 73 calls within a very short period of time is a little bit troubling to me as a committee member. At this point, committee members, do we have any questions from residents? I don't see many residents here.
Isidro, sorry, just
Yeah,
just add the follow-up question. I don't think he had a chance to answer, which is regarding sustainability practices. So anything that you're doing at your establishment or may commit to doing in the future regarding being better stewards of the environment. Thank you.
Yes, well, I'm gonna take measurement in that. I'm gonna make sure the music is not loud. We haven't had any thank God, any fights outside or anything. But I'm gonna get one of those decimals reading music to see what's most likely the level. So I'm going to have to make sure when the DJs go on, they don't go past that level.
Committee members, you like to proceed to a vote, or?
Yeah, let's go straight to the vote.
Can we put some steps in first?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clearly the good neighbor sign, I think, is one that, it sounds as if you already have a relationship with one of the neighbors, but maybe there's a little bit more work that you can do with building a relationship with some of the other neighbors, because clearly other people in the neighborhood or in the area are concerned about the loud noise. So maybe a good neighbor sign. I don't have the application in front of me, but if you don't have the sound limiter and all that other stuff as well, because I think that would help.
That's what I was gonna bring up, Mariel. I do have the application in front of me.
Okay.
There is no sound limiter installed, but I believe that should be a requirement.
Yeah, I think just to add to that, maybe a contact number displayed, so in case they could call you directly instead of calling 311, maybe.
Okay, is there any way that we can find out who made the calls or any number that I can get in contact with them, speak to them, see what's going on?
Well, I think that if you put maybe a phone number, Mariela, maybe it's one of the steps that you might want to consider, a phone number of management so that residents can call.
Okay.
Something that you
Okay.
consider, Mariel?
All right, that'll work.
Mariel?
I'll put it.
Yes, exactly. Sorry.
So the idea is to put like a phone number of management so that residents can call like right away and rectify the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So with 3 steps in place, which is the good neighbor sign, to install a sound limiter, and to have a phone number display outside the premise so that our residents can call someone in management and rectify the problem right away. Would that be something that the committee will feel agreeable to move forward?
As it relates to the sound limiter, can we make sure that it's purchased before the general board?
I'm surprised that you don't have a sound limiter installed. Are you sure you don't have a sound limiter installed?
No, but it's listed on the application that there is a sound limiter.
Well, okay, so what I see is that there's a line across the yes, like it's.
Yeah, line across the yes. So anything that has a line is that we have.
Got it.
Yeah, so there is, it's soundproof.
So
It
there
has
is.
a sound limiter.
We are
third party
soundproof. We're soundproof all the way.
Yeah, we have soundproof.
we
We
have
have
soundproof.
sound.
So with, I guess then 2 steps in place, I think we should. go
Yeah,
to
so
vote.
we got the good neighbor sign and the management phone number.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the good neighbor sign, could it be the one that I have, the general one, or should it be a little bit bigger?
You should amplify it if you have an opportunity.
All right, so I'll send it to you, Angel, and you can get it amplified.
Okay.
Pick it up, yeah. On that, we can go to straight vote, Angel.
Thank you.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Abstaining.
I'm going to abstain myself, actually. Robin,
No.
Cindy,
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
Mariel,
Yes.
Mari.
Yes.
Okay. So that's 3 votes in favor, 1 vote in the negative, and 2 abstentions.
That doesn't reach the tie, right?
Yes, you were basically at a tie. You need 50% plus 1.
All right, so at this point, this is a tie vote, which will be in essence, a negative resolution. However, you will have an opportunity, Miguel, and also the honor to come to the general board and perhaps sway some votes in your favor.
Got it.
So that
All right.
will be positive, okay?
Not a problem.
In the meantime, I recommend that the owner, and again, I didn't catch your name. What's your name, sir?
Angel.
Angel.
Angel, I recommend that you reach out to the residents, see what are the specific problems, rectify the speaker, make sure that you have no speaker, not even in the outside dining area because it's prohibited, and build up the trust with the residents. And do come to the general board meeting, which is scheduled for the last Tuesday of this month, and bring some support, and perhaps you will have members of the board that can feel and vote in favor of your resolution, and perhaps can be overturned. Okay.
Okay.
On that note, let's proceed. This application fails. Let's move to the next one, please.
So the next applicant is JNF Salon New York, Inc., located at 595 West 207th Street between Vermilion Avenue and Broadway. The applicant is seeking the renewal of a tavern wine license. Do we have JNF Salon New York?
For the purpose of the minutes, they did submit a complete questionnaire. They did send pictures of the public notice. And the last time that they came to the board, there was no objection by this committee. At this point, I'd like to hear the comments from the 34th precinct. Officer Navarrete, this is part of the 34th. What is the opinion of the 34th precinct in reference to this applicant?
There's no issues coming from this location. The only concern we do have, it's a narrow street, West 207th Street and it is also a bus route. So we're concerned with the double parked vehicles and it obstructing and impeding the vehicles from flowing. Other than that, we don't have any other objections or any other comments.
Thank you so much, officer. Any comments from residents?
Doesn't seem like there's any in the attendees.
Okay. At this point, even though we would like to have the representatives here, they did submit other questionnaires and documents as required. However, there are issues about parking spaces and the flow of traffic in the area. I guess we'll consider that as we vote. If there's no opposition, I think we should go to a straight vote.
How do you vote, Isidro?
I'm going to abstain.
I'm going to vote yes. Robin?
No.
Cindy?
Abstain.
Mariel?
No.
Simari?
Abstain as well.
All right, so we have one yes, 4 abstentions and 1 no. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Give me
abstain.
1 second. We have 1 vote yes. We have 2 votes no and 3 abstentions. The application does not pass.
Great. All right. Thank you, Angie, so much. So let's proceed now to the next agenda item, which is to change the method of operations.
Yep, so the next set of applicants are seeking a change in their method of operation. The first one is Mis Delicias Colombianas, Inc., located at 588 West 207th Street between Vermilion Avenue and Broadway. Do we have a representative for Mis Delicias Colombianas, Inc.?
Yes, Miguel Acosta, representing Miss Delicias Colombia, Inc., located at 588 West 207th Street, seeking change of hours.
Okay. And the ask here is to stay open until 2 a.m. every day, correct?
Yeah, right. Correct. They have till 10 p.m. every day now. It's not really working out for them at that time. So still there's people now looking for food and they want to see if they can extend a little bit longer, try to make ends meet.
And for the purpose of the minutes, we do note that this applicant did submit other required documents, which includes pictures of the public notice, a complete questionnaire, and also what they're asking for. There's just one question that I have for you, Miguel, is that they have a grade pending from the last health inspection. What's going on there?
Yeah, basically there was some minor things they had to correct. So the health department indicated that they would come back and then grade them on their next inspection.
Very well. This is for the Prairie 33rd Precinct. Officer Valerio Westapino, 33rd Precinct. The idea is to have this place open until 2 a.m. on a daily basis.
This location is for the 34th precinct.
Yeah, it is for the 34th. That's what I was going to make that correction.
My apologies.
Yeah, all right.
Officer Navarrete, I'm sorry.
The only concern we have about this location, again, it's on a narrow street, West 207th Street. It's also a bus route, so we're concerned with the double park vehicles and for vehicles not being able to get by. Also, emergency vehicles as far as ambulances and fire trucks, police vehicles. Other than that, we don't have any other concerns or 3-on-1s from this location.
Thank you so much, Officer Navarrete. And this is a concern for all this establishment in the area.
Yeah, correct.
So we would like to see how we can perhaps alleviate the traffic flow in the area. And Miguel, to accept this these changes on my part,
Yes.
for the no double parking sign.
Okay. The 2x3.
Correct. And I don't know how else we can deter traffic in this particular area, which is very troublesome. Committee members, if you have some ideas perhaps on how we can, help residents there, feel free to, let us know. Angel?
Oh, sorry, I meant to lower my hand. I was going to also recommend the no double parking sign.
Yeah, so we have
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem in the entire corridor.
So,
and if
we gotta think about maybe
if businesses don't take care of this issue, we're gonna see what happened to 181st happen to that street as well, where basically cars are not even allowed for most part of the day. That's the unfortunate reality, and then the businesses are all going to be upset about it. But the reality is that you have to cooperate now to do something about it, because it's going to happen. I can tell you that inevitably that's what's going to happen.
And I know, for example, that because I go there a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and for those establishments that have the outside dining as a right of way, they don't actually have the double parking issue because they cannot double park there. But the truth is that all establishments are taking full advantage of allowing parks or vehicles to park in front of the establishment. That's something that cannot be allowed. God forbid there's an emergency where our police officers can have to drop by, and even ambulance and so on, will put the residents at risk here. So, committee members, think about perhaps innovative ways to see how we can assist in this process, and then we can address this problem as we move forward, in not only assisting the small business, but also keeping our residents safe. On that note, with one step, I think if there's no opposition, we should go to a vote.
Okay. How do you vote, Isidro?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Maria,
Yes.
and Simari.
Yes.
That's 6 votes in favor, no votes in the negative, and no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Angel. So this application passes. Miguel, congratulations. Please let the folks know, the Lices Colombiana, that to please to plead with the clientele not to double park. And
Understood. Thank you very much.
We're looking forward to see all those two double sign posts of no double parking. Next level.
The next applicant is also looking for a method of operation change. We're looking at applicant number 6. WE equals ESK Inc., doing business as Fireball, located at 3920 Broadway between West 164th and West 165th Streets.
And the ask here is that, I'm sorry, do you have a representative?
Yes, Miguel Acosta again, representing Edward Tavares.
Thank you.
He's unable to make it today. He had a family emergency. He has to go down to another state.
And the ask here is to close on a daily basis up to 3 a.m. and then on Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. and also to add security guard and DJ.
Yes, correct.
And checking on the documents, they sent out all the required documentations. Somehow they have not received a grade from the health department. We don't know what's going on there. The last time that this applicant came on board, there was serious questions about the method of operations and how to operate the establishment, but I'll let the 33rd precinct to have their opinion stated on this applicant. Officer Valerio, you have the floor about Fireball. And again, officer here, the ask is that they want to expand their closing hours to 3 a.m. and also Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. and also to add DJ and also security guard. What's the opinion of the 33rd precinct?
All right, up to date, this place we're having a few issues, especially last year. But I'm gonna go to 311 first. We have 8 311s for noise complaints. I got the dates as well. I'm gonna go over the dates and the time. Starting January 22nd at 1:52 a.m., February 4th at 1:35 a.m., February 5th, midnight 51 a.m., February 7th at 1:49 a.m., February 10th at 11:55 p.m., March 7th, we had 2 at 1:33 a.m. and 2:09 a.m., and April 1st, we have 1 at 9:50 p.m. Also, we had a 311 for double parking in front of the location. We have 311 call there. But the more dangerous part is we actually took a couple of assault last year. The first assault happened on October 3rd of 2021. It was a fight inside of the bar with one of the employees. He was charged with assault 3 and the 61 number complaint report number 4892. Then in November 2021, there was a fight in front of location with one of the employee again and a customer. One was charged with assault 2 felony, and the other one was charged with assault 3 misdemeanor. The 61, the complaint number are 5786 and 5785.
Thank you so much, Officer Valerio. I think that we know about this particular establishment. We heard previous concerns as far as fighting and all of that from the last time they came on board. And they came to this community board January 25th. This committee objected, to Fireball based on a number of issues that were raised by the 34th precinct. So at this point, I'm going to open up the floor. And Miguel, you heard the numbers. You heard.
Yes, I actually, Cedro, and I would like to be fair to the applicant and to the community board. I don't want to waste your time. I have no response to these noise complaints. We did discuss the assault charges back in January, the 311 for the double park, and I still have no response. Honestly, I would like to withdraw this application and I guess discuss it with the owner.
Noted. And we have to respect that. And Miguel, I understand that, by withdrawing this application, there will be no punitive action taken by the SLA, but the community board will still record these violations and will bring it back whenever they.
On the next, not a problem. I'll let the owner know.
On this note, this application has been withdrawn. And
Thank you very much.
And we'll next proceed to the next item.
Sure. The next applicant we have is seeking a new license. This is for an on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. The name of the applicant is the Bar City Corp, and it is located at 1616 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 191st Street. Do we have a representative for the Bar City Corp?
Hola, soy Joan Olivero. Por favor, si puede ser en español, mucho mejor, please. Y sorry.
Su nombre es Joan, his name is Joan Olivero, and he would like for there to be translation services. He would like to present in Spanish primarily.
Joan, ¿usted es el dueño entonces?
Sí, señor, actualmente.
Joan, are you the owner? Joan says yes, he is the owner.
Okay. So for the purpose of the minutes, this is with the purview of the 34th precinct. And for the committee members, the applicant did submit a complete questionnaire. They also submit a copy of the floor plan. They also submit pictures of the public sign that was posted. Let me double check on that. Because I did see this is a complete application, but let me just make sure.
Señor John, lo que él está diciendo, le está diciendo el comité que usted por ahora, lo que estamos viendo, ha sometido todas las cosas que son requeridas para su aplicación estar completa.
So this is a new application. It's a full liquor license. And for the 34th precinct, these are the numbers. The capacity of this establishment is 74. There'll be 30 chairs, 7 tables, no bar stools, and the hours of operations are on a daily basis from 2 p.m. to 4 a.m. And they will have DJ, recorded music, and karaoke. And just see if you can translate that, please.
Sí, Joan, él estaba explicando el precinto, simplemente que su capacidad es para 74 personas, que usted está esperando estar abierto hasta las 4 de la mañana, lunes a sábado, de 2 de la tarde a 4 de la mañana y el domingo de 12 a 4, y que es para una licencia de licor completa.
Sí.
Y es un establecimiento nuevo.
No, les recuerdo que el establecimiento tiene casi 20 años. Yo trabajo con el señor Miguel, lo conozco de hace mucho tiempo. Él me pasó de al lado para yo hacer actividades, porque yo soy periodista, para hacer actividades, porque en la San Nicolás no hay ninguno para hacer establecimientos como para hacer 15 años, boda de año de niño y cosas así.
So what the owner is explaining here is that the establishment has actually been around for over 20 years, but that the owner has permitted him with an additional space next to it to do events, primarily to do events in the neighborhood, because they don't believe that there's enough of those type of establishments in the area.
You've been there for, you said, over 20 years?
¿Tiene más de 20 años ya en este local?
Sí, señor, casi 20 años tienen los dos establecimientos, porque es donde está el nuevo Caridad. El nuevo Caridad de la 191 y San Nicolás. Lo que pasa es que se dividió.
How long you have been there personally?
¿Cuántos años lleva usted personalmente trabajando en ese establecimiento?
Yo llevo personalmente trabajando con el señor Miguel como 5 años siendo como manager general y ya como dueño por la pandemia no he podido surgir como 2 años y algo.
He has served as general manager for about 5 years and now as owner for the last 2 years.
Very well. On that note, I'm going to open up the floor for 34th precinct. So please tell us the opinion of 34th precinct. Officer Navarro.
Estamos pidiendo la opinión al precinto 34.
I would just like a clarification in regards to this application. This application is for a new license.
Correct.
Only
Que
reason
esta es
why,
una aplicación para una licencia nueva. Y dijeron que sí. El presidente del comité dijo que sí.
only reason why I ask is because this location has been operating. So does this location currently have a license, or they're just applying for a new one?
¿El establecimiento tiene licencia ya o porque se está aplicando para una licencia nueva?
Sí,
Y él quiere saber-
el establecimiento se venció su licencia. Entonces se está pasando a mi nombre. El señor Miguel Montaz, que es el propietario, hizo todos los papeleos para que se pase a mi nombre.
So the liquor license expired for the establishment, and then it was shifted over to him as now the new owner, and that is why they're seeking for a new liquor license.
All right, it's just a little confusion because they've been operating. So I guess they currently don't have one. It's expired and continue to operate. That's a concern for us. Also, that location is 1616 St. Nicholas Avenue. The restaurant is referring to Caridad. It has a different address, which is 1618 St. Nicholas Avenue.
Dos cosas. Una, puede ser problemático el que usted se haya vencido, como usted dice, se haya vencido su licencia, pero que todavía está en operación, está operando como restaurante. Eso es número uno. Y número dos, el Caridad está en el 1618 de San Nicolás, pero la dirección que se está poniendo aquí es el 1616 San Nicolás.
Perfecto. Le explico. 1618 y 1616 están al lado. Son dos locales que están juntos, que se entran incluso por el mismo establecimiento. Y no se está vendiendo licor. O sea, no se está vendiendo. Lo que se vende es comida.
So
Esperando.
dame un segundito para poder explicar eso. So what he's saying is that 1616 and 1618, they're actually within the same establishment. There's two doors that lead to the same space. One of the spaces, 1618, is not selling liquor at the moment. It is only selling food.
Our concern is, again, being operated and still and not have a license. It's being expired right now. What he's referring to being that 1618 has their own door, as well as 1616. Now, inside of 1618, there's a door leading into 1618. However, they're two separate locations, two separate addresses. That's a concern.
Algo que yo encuentro como problemático es que el 1616 y el 1618 son dos establecimientos separados y que ahora mismo lo que hay es una puerta conectándolo los dos por dentro y eso se encuentra problemático.
No, escúchame. El list está para un solo. El Lando dio un list para 16, 18, 16, 16, porque es un solo establecimiento. El señor Miguel, al tener ya bastante edad, ya él me cedió el espacio, pero se entra por atrás, se entra por una puerta o se entra por cualquier lado.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, John, sorry.
So the lease that they have is for both 1616 and 1618. And what he's explaining is that the owner of, I guess, who was operating 1616 is pretty old, is old of age. And so they have allowed him to operate out of 1618 independently. Yes, they are connected, is what he's explaining.
Yeah, based on what I see here for the entrance on the floor plan, there is one door that is for entrance and another door that is adjacent to it for exit, exit and entrance. One of them is just to come in, another one probably would be to leave the premise, based on what I see on the floor plans. Okay, so the 34th has some concerns about the proper address of this establishment. Anything else, Officer Navarrete?
That would be just the concern about the address and operating. If you're saying he has expired license, he's applying for a new one. Wasn't aware that he had a current one.
Joanne, what did you do with the alcohol that was left when the license expired?
¿Qué hicieron con ustedes con el alcohol o el licor que después que venció la licencia?
Eso hace mucho tiempo. O sea, eso no es desde ahora, eso hace bastante tiempo. Vuelvo y le digo.
La pregunta es ¿qué hicieron con ustedes con el licor?
Recuerdo en Semana Santa, lo que sé, no tengo conocimiento exacto ahora mismo, porque no le voy a hablar mentira. Vine aquí a decir la verdad. Les recuerdo que el establecimiento, vuelvo y les repito, tiene casi 20 años e incluso se está usando para fines de cumpleaños para niños o bodas, sin vender ningún tipo de licor. Incluso el Precinto 30 allá celebró una boda sin alcohol. Ellos fueron y celebraron con alcohol.
When you purchased this establishment, there was liquor in the premise. The question is, what happened to that alcohol?
Cuando usted compró el establecimiento, ¿había alcohol o había licor? ¿Qué sucedió con ese licor cuando se venció la licencia?
Cuando yo estaba, que era el manager, se compraba por día, porque el señor Miguel iba a entregar los 2 locales. Y fue que yo asumía que me pasara el lado que hoy yo soy el dueño. Entonces, lo que se compraba era para viernes, sábado y domingo. Si se terminaba, se volvía, porque así que se estaba abriendo, viernes, sábado y domingo. Ni siquiera se abría todos los días. Se compraba día a día. Podía quedar así, no, I don't know.
So the liquor that was being purchased was on a daily basis because it got to a point where the establishment was operational really solely, mostly on the weekends. And it was a daily purchase of alcohol as the alcohol diminished or ran out at the establishment. They would put an additional order for the following weekend.
So, Joanne, you are testifying that you have no possession of alcohol at this moment.
John, ¿hay alcohol ahora mismo dentro de su establecimiento?
Puede haber cerveza, puede haber cosas así, algunos vinos, cosas así, pero no di que como yo lo tenía antes, no hay ahora mismo.
There could be some beers, there could be some wines in the establishment, but there's no liquor the way that there used to be.
Where's that being stored? Where's that alcohol as we speak right now?
¿Dónde está esa cerveza y esos vinos? ¿A dónde están localizados?
No, la cerveza están en los freezer, en el freezer. Y puede ser botella, que eso es, que tiene que estar, eso sacas, hay que sacarlo. Pero que eso no... Si yo estuviera viendo, no hubiese nada. Eso es viejo ya, eso es cosa...
So the beers are in the freezer, and he's claiming that they must be old, but saying that the beers are in the freezer.
Robin, you have a question.
Yes. Mi pregunta es para ti, Joan. ¿Qué tiempo tienes tú operando con la licencia vencida?
No se está operando.
How long have you been operating with an expired license?
La licencia vencida de licor, vuelvo y le explico, se está vendiendo adentro, es lo que se vende. Si se hace una actividad como un cumpleaños...
No. Yo quiero saber qué tiempo tiene la licencia vencida, la licencia simplemente.
Fue la pandemia, no se ha sacado. Incluso se está haciendo esto porque él dejó que pasaran 2 años. Porque si en la pandemia hubiese habido un personal donde la licencia se pudiera renovar, esto no hubiese estado pasando. Yo no tenía que tener el community board porque él me añadió a la licencia y por eso es que ha pasado eso, que tengo que sacar una licencia nueva porque él la dejó vencer el tiempo definitivo, que son 2 años. No sé si me explico.
He claims that the former owner allowed for the license to be expired. While that was happening in the middle of the pandemic was where they did the shift of ownership. But now, because he is now the new owner of the establishment, he needs a new liquor license.
I'm not sure if the question has been answered. Robin is asking, when was that license expired?
La pregunta clave es que ¿cuándo fue que venció la licencia?
Tengo que buscar entonces, si quieren saber el día específico, porque vuelvo y le digo, no tengo mucho con el local, mucho tiempo, porque no manda.
Pero más o menos, ¿cuántos meses, años?
No, fue en la pandemia, tiene que tener un año, año y medio. Por eso le digo.
Perhaps a year or a year and a half since
I don't know, no recuerdo específicamente. No quiero hablar algo, no quiero hablar una mentira.
I don't know about the rest of the members, but those hours are, at least for those residents there, are very, very late. I would have to have them like a request that some days they close much earlier and not on a 4 a.m. daily basis. As a voting member, I will not vote.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
So if there was a change in ownership, I mean, I've been around for the last 2 years. We haven't received any application that makes him the new owner. But that's also when you add members to the corporation. Did the corporation dissolve? Is it a brand new corporation? I think I'm a little confused as to the ownership piece here and how we got to that point.
So I'm a little confused as well. If there was a corporate change, meaning that he bought all the shares, they would have had to come to the community board and get approved for a corporate change.
Can I ask?
Please.
Can I ask in Spanish? Señor, esta es una pregunta de parte mía. Cuando usted se hizo el dueño nuevo, ¿qué pasó con la corporación? ¿Usted lo agregaron a esa corporación o esa corporación vieja la anularon y abrieron una nueva?
Yo tuve que abrir una corporación nueva donde está el señor Miguel Montaz, el que era el dueño, también añadido a la corporación nueva, para poderme meter en la licencia, porque si no, no me podían meter. O sea, a mí me hicieron como una enmienda a la nueva corporación.
Pero es una corporación totalmente nueva, no estamos, y la vieja que hicieron, anulada.
Es de él, porque él está operando, el nuevo Caridad está operando totalmente.
There's a new corporation.
So there was a new corporation that was established where he shares ownership with the other gentleman. So there are two corporations though, right? Chair Isidro, am I getting this right? There are two corporations, one of which the older owner is still operating, 1660.
Yeah, I believe that Olivero is creating a new corporation, and that's why he needs the liquor license to be under his name. If it was purchasing the majority of the share and the corporation will remain, then there will be a corporate change.
Yeah.
All right. So, committee members, the hours, I will not vote in favor of this application to close at 4 a.m. I would have this only open Sundays through Thursdays until 2 a.m. And then the rest of the days, Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. So Sundays through Thursdays until 2 a.m. And then Friday and Saturdays until 4 a.m. along with having them put like a no double parking sign, the good neighbor sign. Angel, please ask me if this space has been properly soundproofed and if there is a sound. I'm sure there is, but please double check.
¿Ustedes tienen limitación? Él quiere saber si tienen como manera de limitar el sonido.
Sí, mire, cuando yo lo cogí, como yo soy profesional, soy productor de televisión y soy periodista, incluso doy clases, daba clases hace 4 meses en la George Washington Campus de eso, de producción de televisión. Yo implementé algo que se llama que antirruidos. Si se escucha algo es porque afuera, cuando se va a entrar o salir, abren las puertas. Pero yo tengo algo que le dicen sonido que es para eso mismo, para limitar los sonidos a los vecinos.
The establishment has been soundproof. If there is any noise that makes it out of the establishment, it is because the door has been opened.
Okay, so committee members, I would include 4 stipulations, which are no double parking in the area, and this will be Angel, like the 2 by 3 feet high, that you can explain to him what that is.
El presidente del comité quiere demandar una parte de estipulaciones. La primera es poner una señal que diga que no pueden parquear, double parking fuera del establecimiento.
Perfecto. Perfecto. No hay...
And that has to be displayed outside on the sidewalk. That will be 2 feet wide by 3 feet high.
Y eso tiene que ser de fuera y que se vea y tiene que ser 2 pies por 3 pies.
Perfecto. ¿Puedo poner algo? Cuando era del señor Miguel Montaz, allá iban los loteros de los Yankees y se alquilaba una compañía que hacían valet parking para eso mismo y se le pagaba que si eso se es permitido o no, pero eso lo estoy hablando hace más de 7, 8 años que se hacía cuando iba Ale Rodríguez a cocinar y esas cosas así.
So he's explaining that in the past there were baseball players that would frequent the establishment and they would bring in a valet parking company.
Yeah, I'm
Is
familiar
that
with
permissible?
many celebrities that went there, but please let them know that valet parking are not allowed any longer in New York City.
No, aquí ya no se permite lo de valet parking.
Perfecto, no problem.
So we will also add to include good neighbor sign.
Tiene que poner la señal de fuera en su establecimiento de ser buen vecino. Eso es como un póster que se puede poner fuera del establecimiento y lo puede conseguir directamente de la junta.
Pero ¿cuál? El que digan que no pueden parquear doble parking.
Ese es uno, ¿verdad? El otro también se pega fuera del establecimiento diciendo que usted es un buen vecino y que usted quiere trabajar hacerlo mejor por el vecindario y cualquier regaño, cualquier problema, cómo se puede contactar con usted.
¿Pero eso lo puedo hacer yo o eso ya?
No, nosotros tenemos uno ya escrito, la junta se lo puede entregar.
Por favor.
Yeah, he can ask the community board to send the good neighbor sign over to him.
Sí, la junta se lo puede dar.
Perfecto, gracias.
We're also going to ask a phone number of management to be properly displayed outside in case there are issues.
También afuera por la vitrina tiene que poner el número de teléfono del administrador general por si acaso tenga algún problema un vecino poder llamar ese número de teléfono.
Perfecto, yo pongo el mío, no hay ningún problema.
I will also ask for the days of operation, which will end or close at 2 a.m. Sundays through Thursdays, and then Friday and Saturdays until 4 a.m.
Y por última, hacer cambio en las horas de operación que sean de domingo a jueves hasta las 2 de la mañana y luego viernes y sábado hasta las 4 de la mañana.
Yo hago lo que ustedes entiendan. Lo que ustedes entiendan. Les recuerdo que mayormente el flujo de personas ya va, como se abre nada más viernes, sábado y domingo, si se podría cambiar que a las 2 de la mañana, sea de lunes a jueves, un ejemplo, o lunes, jueves, y que viernes, sábado y domingo sea hasta las 4, sería, es un pedir, a ver si se puede.
He'd like to know if we would be willing to allow for Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays to be open till 4 o'clock in the morning. And for it to be from Monday through Thursday to have the 2 a.m. closure.
How does the committee feel about that?
I think Sundays till 4 a.m. personally is a little excessive. I don't think that we necessarily need to have an establishment open till 4 a.m. on a Sunday, but I'm willing to hear other people out.
Sid, what about Friday and Saturday into 4 and Sunday into 2 a.m.?
That's what we're proposing.
That's the proposal.
Okay.
So Andrew, it seems like the committee is determined to keep this recommendation, but please let him know that if he does become a good neighbor, he could come back within 6 months or a year to change the hours.
Ok, mire, sí, nos vamos a mantener que de domingo a jueves hasta las 2 de la mañana y viernes y sábado hasta las 4, pero si usted se comporta bien como vecino en el vecindario y como negociante, puede regresar de 6 meses a 1 año y podemos tal vez alterar esas horas.
Le puedo facilitar los números y los nombres de las personas que viven adentro, arriba de mí, que nunca han tenido un complaint. Bueno, el presidente puede decirle si alguna vez han llamado. Nunca han llamado con 20 años en ese negocio, ni nunca se ha armado un problema ahí.
Joan, lo que pasa es que nosotros estamos tratando que la comunidad esté más cuidada. Y si tú deseas ese pedido que te estamos haciendo, que tú regreses en 6 o 1 año, si tú te portas bien, y podemos cambiar la...
Ok, no hay problema. Yo era por si había una...
No, está bien, no hay problema.
¿Me entiendes? Como tiene mucho tiempo el establecimiento y no ha tenido ningún tipo de complaint, ningún problema ese establecimiento, vuelvo y digo, que van hasta los precintos, actividades, es porque el lugar está frío. Ahí yo no permito nada ilícito.
He was offering to give numbers of neighbors in the vicinity to show us that sound is not a problem and that he doesn't have a loud music problem.
Okay. So I think that we should move forward with the stated steps. And for the record, it's a no double parking sign, as previously stated, a good neighbor sign, closure, Sunday through Thursday until 2 a.m., Friday and Saturday to 4 a.m., and then to list the phone number of some manager to be in place in case there's some issues, that the problem can be rectified by a simple call. On that note, I recommend the vote to vote.
Isidro?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
No.
Cindy?
I vote yes.
Mariel?
Yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Chair, that's 6 votes in the affirmative, 1 vote in the negative, no abstentions.
This application passes. Congratulations, Joanne, and we hope that to see you soon by becoming a great establishment. And in any case, we will consider changing the hours later on as things progress.
Joan, nuestra recomendación a la Junta entera va a ser que sí, que le apruebe su aplicación. Y esperemos que usted se comporte bien como vecino y negociante en el área.
Ok. Desde hoy tengo que poner el cartel que me acaban de mandar y en tiempo indefinido.
He wants to know if he has to put out all the follow those stipulations starting today in terms of the double parking sign and the good neighbor sign and his phone number.
When the license, when the certificate comes, that's when we're expecting that.
Cuando le llegue la certificación, es que esas expectativas se ponen en lugar.
Perfecto, no hay ningún problema.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. Next, please.
This is our last applicant, actually. Seeking restaurant wine license and temporary retail permit. This is a new one. La Cocina de Nina Corp, doing business as La Cocina de Nina, located at 151 Nagel Ave between Hillside Avenue and Arden Street.
Do we have
a representative?
And since there are no representatives, I also would note for the record that the applicant did not submit a floor plan nor a copy of the menu, but everything else is there. Since there are no representatives, we don't know what's coming to this particular establishment. And I recommend that vote to straight vote.
Yes.
Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin?
No.
Cindy? Cindy? Mariel?
No.
Simari?
No.
Cindy, I'm coming
My
back
vote
to
is
you.
no.
Okay. That's 6 votes in, sorry, that's 0 votes in favor, 6 votes in the negative, and no abstentions.
Well, thank you so much to the officers from the 33rd precinct and 34th precinct. Thank you so much for your input. It's something that we are very grateful. As you bring us details about specific locations that could be of issue, as we try to be fair to both the applicant and our residents. So I'm very grateful for both precincts. Thank you so much. Committee members, again, thank you so much for your support. I'm looking forward to seeing you sometime in person. That helps a lot. Simari, your effort and contribution to this committee cannot go unnoticed. Thank you so much. Mariel, also, thank you so much. You always bring questions, and I like that. Angel, I cannot say much about you. Cindy, thank you so much as well for your input. Robin, I think that we have a great committee. We finish up early today. It doesn't happen that too often. But again, that's because we are very efficient and we ask the right questions. And I think that we're very familiar with what's going on in the community. If there are no questions, I recommend that we suspend the meeting.
I just have one question. I'm sorry. I know I'll finish in 2 seconds. So the agenda that I received, I don't know if I'm receiving it to my email, not even the one I had before, but the one I had, it had like 2 more in between. I don't know if I missed it. Did they pull out just so I can, or was there an updated agenda?
The one that, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The agenda that we saw did not have those, sorry.
I just had like Gallery of Modern Asian and the Tampopo.
Yeah, they'll both be drawn prior to the.
Okay.
So there is an updated agenda.
Thank you.
She sent it, I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Take care. Have a good night, and God bless you all.
Good night.
Everyone.
Good night.